Next question comes from Rita from Raleigh. Rita would like to know, how can I be compensated? Rita wants to know, how can I be compensated for the time I miss from work?
Well, certainly that's an aspect of damages that somebody's entitled to be compensated for. It's easy if Rita works, an hourly job, makes $10 an hour, 40 hours a week, $400. That's easy to do. The difficult part comes when somebody's self-employed. Because any self-employed person knows this month they may make a lot of money, next month they may not make so much. Okay, so what happens in that case is I take the person's tax returns, I look through their Schedule C, I look through any contracts they have, and I try to generate a fair lost wage claim, based upon their prior history, and I advocate that to the adjuster.
So a person is really entitled to a lot of things.
Sure.
A person when they're injured. Can you give me sum it up for me? Like what are things that people are entitled to, and what are things that they're not?
Right. Well, what I'll do is I take every case and I think about what would happen if that case went to court. Then I would look at the jury instruction that the judge is going to give the jury, and that is a person's entitled to be compensated for medical bills that are reasonably and necessarily incurred. For pain and suffering, that's subjective. Is it worth, $1 a day or $10 a day? Then we try to, show, people that, or bring to court people that knew that person, to testify what they could do before the accident, after the accident, for lost wages, for lost earning capacity. Maybe you were making, $50,000 a year, and now you can't do that same job. You're making $25,000 a year, and I extrapolate that over their life history. For any scarring, we should take pictures of that. So that's worth something. I mean, it's not. It's hard to quantify, but certainly it's an aspect of damages that's important to that person who has that scar. For any permanent change of condition, maybe they have a disability rating now. Maybe they were very active before. Maybe they were a runner, now they can't run. So and the problem is there's no book to go by. Right. To guide somebody by. So you have to kind of put all those together and come up with what you think is a fair amount, and demand that from the insurance company and be able to support that demand to either the insurance company or jury.
Okay, so bottom line is it's a case-by-case basis.
Sure, every case, it stands on its own.
And it's relative. It seems I never thought about that before, but if somebody what if they weren't working where they're impacted with their injury, but what if their personal life, let's suppose they used to climb rocks, they used to be a basketball player, I don't know, something.
Right. Maybe they like to play the piano. Maybe
sure.
They gotta,
is that something that people can be compensated for if they're hobbies or their passions?
Sure, we
affected?
try to advocate definitely. We try to learn about that person and then advocate their position to the insurance company, because the insurance company doesn't know them. To them, they're just another number. Okay, that's our advantage. We get to know that person as a human being.